Another giant phone from Unihertz. Oh, wait a minute. Welcome to another cell phone review. I am Mr. Gigabytes. And today we're reviewing the Unihertz Jelly 2. Now, unlike the last Unihertz phone that I reviewed, this one's billed as the world's smallest Android 10 phone. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. As with all Unihertz products, it seems to be very well boxed. This is a thick and heavy box. This one, it says the CPU is an octa-core 2 gigahertz. RAM is 6 gigabytes. ROM is 128 gigabytes. 2,000 milliamp hour battery. 3-inch display. Yeah, you know, why go that big? We've got a 1x1 inch display on the tiny T2. This will seem huge by comparison. The camera is a 16 megapixel front and 8 megapixel rear. OS is Android 10. And it's got all the usual wireless things. It doesn't appear to have wireless charging. Is the only thing. But let's get into it. This is a box I haven't opened previously, so you're seeing it as I am seeing it. Well, let's cut this other one here too. So there we go. Got some documentation and whatnot. We'll go through that in a minute. Here is the Jelly 2. Now I ordered it with this this clear protective case and a screen protector. That was an option on the Kickstarter. But let's go ahead and take this. We'll take this off here. Looks like we'll still have to peel off the. They put the screen protector on first, so we'll have to peel that second layer off. This is actually a really heavy phone. It just seems very very dense. So let's go ahead and peel that second part off here. There we go. It's got a rear button, kind of like the LGs do. Interesting. Well, we'll get to the phone here in a second. Let's just see what the rest of the accessories are. This has got a charger. It's a 5-volt, 1500 milliamp charger. About right for the size of phone and battery we're dealing with. A little lanyard that will go. Oh, here we go. It's actually part of the gel case that I ordered. It'll actually attach right to the bottom here, but that's okay. We'll I probably won't use that lanyard. I don't usually use it. It's interesting. This is a USB-C, and it is it's a right angle USB plug, because the charging port is right on the side here. That's kind of Unihertz for you, solving problems you never knew you had. All right, let's take a look at what's in this packet. I believe there's a second screen protector in here. Now, when this arrived, it actually, yeah, this is a second screen protector. When this arrived, it just came in a bag. The whole box came in a bag. You can kind of tell that the box got beat up a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's no worse for the wear. A basic user's guide. All the essential information. Warranty guide. You know, just some basic information in that packet. There's our SIM card extractor. So let's take a look at this. Let's turn this on. There we go. All of this is going to be a little hard to see. But it looks like we've got, yeah, it's really going to be tough to see on the camera. It looks like it's got a 91% charge. We'll skip connecting to a mobile network. Okay, so we have a full keyboard with the number row on it, which I really like. Even on this small a phone, it's going to be a little tough to type, but yeah, this is a full keyboard with the number row. That'll be nice. I'll get my Wi-Fi password here. Gonna check for updates here. Okay, copy apps and data. Yeah, we're not going to copy. That just takes longer. Took a couple of attempts to log in, but I did manage it. I got to say the keyboard is even though it's a bit small, it is decent and responsive, and not any harder to type on really than a full size keyboard. This is full Android 10. Flashlight. See if we can do a screenshot here. Here we go. Did a screenshot. Now to do a screenshot, you hold the down button and the power button. So this one's the back button, menu button, home button. Yep, pretty much a standard Android 10 here. It's got a couple of things on there, you know, FM radio, remote. Let's see if we can add this. I've got a couple of these TVs off to my, I've got one on the right, one on the left. They're both Element TVs. A, B, C, D, E. Still in the D's. Oh, there we go. A. Element Electronics. Oh, there it is. That's actually really cool. I knew this had a remote control option on it. I had a Samsung tablet had a similar remote control deal with it, and you know, the little infrared emitter is right here, right on the top. But yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Let's turn it off now. There we go. Turned it off. I like that's. It's a toy, but hey, I like that. And the fact of the matter is when you can have a universal remote, and you have a bunch of smart electronics, you could load the apps onto here and control your TV and control all your smart electronics as well. So, the Unihertz on the back. Yeah, I ordered the teal one. I never had a blue phone, so we ordered the teal one. How well that's showing up teal on there, it's kind of questionable, but yeah, it's definitely a teal phone. Already getting emails. Track back, SOS button. Contact, sound recorder. That's pretty standard. A lot of standard Android stuff on here. One thing I don't like about the new Android 10 operating system is the fact. The thing I don't like is that you don't have the apps menu where it's got all of the apps that are installed. Brings up the browser. Well, it's not really a browser, but it's a news feed thing. I like the old, you know, checkerboard that you can just bring them all up. That's the fingerprint sensor in the back. There we go. Unlocked it with the fingerprint. So fingerprint sensor right there. The SD card and additional memory on the side here. Even for as big a hands as I've got, this really doesn't seem like it's much of a problem. I was really worried that it was going to be tough to click things on the screen because I don't get along with touch screens very well, and a really small one is usually problematic. This one isn't bad at all. I really like it, in fact. So yeah, it is a dual SIM phone, or SIM and internal memory. And of course I don't have a SIM for it right now. For the heck of it, let's look at a size comparison with the other Unihertz that we reviewed on this channel. And then of course my daily driver, the BlackBerry Key 1. And there's another one. I carry around the Zanco Tiny T2. It's not activated anymore, but I keep it around. I've been carrying it around in my pack. Yeah, there's a size comparison. It's not the world's smallest phone, but you can be sure it's the world's smallest Android phone. Okay, so here's where the Jelly 2 falls down. This is the front-facing camera, and according to the booklet, it should be either an 8 or a 16 megapixel front, camera. Even if it's 8 megapixels, that means it's capable of 4K video. Unfortunately, the front-facing camera only does 1280 by 720, 720p HD video. Now that's probably good enough for most people, but quite frankly, my BlackBerry on its front-facing camera will do 1080p on its front-facing camera, and it'll do 4K video up to 60 frames per second on the rear-facing camera. So what is up with that? I had the same complaint on the Titan. Titan has a similar camera configuration, but the weird thing is the highest resolution was 1440 by 1440. I I didn't understand that either. And on the video, it would on video it would only do, again, 720 on the front, 1080 on the rear, when the camera is more than capable, has more than enough pixels to do full 4K video, or whether it'll do it at 60 frames per second, I don't care. As long as it'll do it at 30 frames per second, fantastic. That's what I need personally. But whether it does it at 60 frames per second, I could take or leave. But yeah, what up, Unihertz? Just strange thing. A strange way to do your camera. You know, this is a 4-year-old phone. It's not hard to make a camera program that utilizes all the pixels and actually does video and does and maximizes the number of pixels for the phone. But in Unihertz defense, I understand that this is kind of a budget phone. It's not a very expensive phone. Overall, I like the phone. I like this a lot. I hate the camera. I like the phone. I could potentially use this as my daily driver. I'd look awful funny doing it, but I'm dressed head to toe in camouflage right now, not to hide, but to attract attention. So, you know, that's the kind of guy I am. I really like the color. I like the way it's built. I like the fact. I like the size of it. It would do what I need it and want it to do. It's a proper phone, but I could see it being more of a children's phone, something that they can, you know, take back and forth to school. It'd give them all of the functions of a larger, more expensive phone without the larger, more expensive price tag, and it'll also give them the security, you know, with the thumbprint, which what in the world? Too many attempts. See, I trained it to recognize my finger, this finger, my right hand, and I can never get into the phone. It's not recognizing. I'm going to have to retrain it. It also, when it's completely asleep, when there's nothing on the screen, I can't use the fingerprint. So, I don't know. It could have been something that I did. It could have been something, I don't know. It's sometimes the fingerprints are a little persnickety. I mean, this is a well thought out phone. There are some bugs. There are obviously the fingerprint's one of them. The camera, it's like I said, this is the same complaint I've had since day one. I had the same complaint on the Titan, and the Titan's supposed to be a professional phone, but it doesn't have a professional camera. It's got a toy camera. It's okay. Yeah, it's HD, but it's the bare minimum HD camera. I can take some fantastic still pictures, but if I can't use those pixels also for, you know, HD video, 4K video, you know, regardless of whether it's 60 frames per second or not, it's not going to be my daily driver. It's not a phone I'm going to be going to use, and it's not a phone I'm going to recommend to people like me, you know, people who have a larger video requirements. So yeah, it's for me. This is a toy. This is a novelty. I love the infrared remote control on it. Coincidentally, it probably not. That feature alone will give it a purpose somewhere in my life. So not a total loss, but yeah, boy, Unihertz, get on that. I seriously get on the making your cameras better. A software update would fix it. I've gone on about the camera issue a little too much. Overall, great phone, neat design, very compact, very usable, even for a guy like me. It's an inexpensive phone. I don't recall exactly how much it was. That's really all I got to say about it. And as usual, thank you very much for watching. And then hit the, and then it didn't work. And then hit the, didn't work again.